In this video, we will show you how to send Mastercoins using Masterchain.info, the website. For more information, go to masterprotocol.education.org. The process has 5 steps, but actually, if you perform steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 once, you don't need to repeat them. You need to go directly to step 5. But for the first time, you might need to perform steps 1 through 5. So step 1 is create a Mastercoin address. Step 2, get some Mastercoins. If you've already done that, you need to skip to step number 3. And step number 3, you'll have to have at least 0.001 Bitcoins in your address. And in step 4, you will create a Mastercoin address where Mastercoins will be sent. In step 5, you will send Mastercoins using Masterchain.info. So let's go to step 1. The good news is that Mastercoin addresses are Bitcoin addresses. Whatever way you prefer creating Bitcoin addresses, you can use to create Mastercoin addresses. For this video, we will use brainwallet.org. So if you go to brainwallet.org, you click generator and then passphrase. I have created a passphrase, and using this passphrase, immediately brainwallet.org generates the following: a private key, an address, a public key, and some other things. But what we're going to need for this video is these 3 things: private key, address, and public key. So you need to copy all these alphanumeric characters. You need to copy them and paste them somewhere safe, because we're going to use them later. The address is all you need to share. The private key you don't need to share with anybody. Step 2, get some Mastercoins. Well, you might have one way or another to get the Mastercoins. One way to get them is by going to this website, mastercoinfaucet.com, and you can get some Mastercoins. So assuming you got Mastercoins this way or through a friend, you can go to Masterchaininfo, and there you can see whether you have Mastercoins. So for the address that we generated before, we're going to check how many Mastercoins we have received. I enter this address, and I see that there's 0.05 Mastercoins in this address. Now, if I go to blockchain.info, and in the search box, I put the same address, the same Mastercoin Bitcoin address, I see that I also have some Bitcoins. The reason for this is that for any Mastercoin transaction to occur, a Bitcoin transaction has to occur. So someone has to send me some Bitcoins. In this case, they sent me this amount of Bitcoins. And on top of this transaction, some information about the Mastercoins was added. Now, if I want to send Mastercoins, I need to have at least 0.001 Bitcoins. The reason for this is, in order to send Mastercoins, I need to pay the fee for the Bitcoin network. I need to pay some fees to the Mastercoin network, and the amount of Bitcoins that I have in this address is not enough. So somehow I need to send some money to this address, and I did that already off screen. And when I go back to blockchain.info, you see that I have sent 0.001 Bitcoins. Now we have enough to perform transactions. If you don't have a minimum amount of Bitcoins, you won't be able to perform Mastercoin transactions. Now, create a new Mastercoin address where you are planning to send your Mastercoins. So I'm going to do it exactly the same way. I'm going to go to brainwallet.org, and I have a new passphrase. After I go to generate a passphrase, I enter the passphrase, and again, I have all this information generated for me. I need again to copy the address, the private key, the address, and the public key. I need all this information. I need to copy and store them. So now I'll only put in my clipboard this address, and I'm now ready to use Masterchain.info to send Mastercoins. So now I go to Masterchain.info, and in the search form field in the upper right, I enter the address that I want to send Mastercoins to. That's the address I want to send Mastercoins to. And I press search. Masterchain.info tells me that there's nothing there, and that's okay. I want to send Mastercoins to this address. In the first field, I need to enter the address of the Mastercoin address that contains the funds. And then what I do is I press verify. When I press verify, I get this message that says, no pub key on blockchain, use wallet or supply public key from bearingwallet.org. What this message means is that the public key for this address, the one that starts with 1P8, has not been used in the Bitcoin network. No one knows it, and it's impossible to perform a Mastercoin transaction. In order to make the public key known to the Bitcoin network, there's a few things I can do. The easiest one is to perform a Bitcoin transaction with this address. A Bitcoin, not a Mastercoin transaction, but a Bitcoin transaction with this address. Send Bitcoins to somebody else or to an address that I control. This is the easiest way. But if you don't want to do that, what you need to do is you need to enter in this form field your public key. But that's good. We've already saved the public key for this address, 1P8. So the only thing that we need to do is delete this address and go back to where we have the public key and copy it and paste it here. So now I can press verify and I see that it's okay. Now I need to enter the amount of Mastercoins that I'm planning to send. In this case, I'm going to send 0.001 Mastercoins. This is the fee that I need to pay to the Bitcoin network, and I'm certain that with a fee of 0.0001, my Bitcoin transaction will go through. See, the to address is correct. The currency is Mastercoin, MSC, and I now need to press prepare. So I scroll further down, and now I need to enter my private key for this address. I copy it from where I have stored it, and I press resign. And as soon as I press send, the transaction is sent, and I can now check the transaction. So if I go to blockchain, I see now the transactions are confirmed, and I need to wait a little bit for the transaction to be confirmed. So let's now verify the fees, see how much we paid, and the Mastercoin transactions. Let's see what we paid in Bitcoins. First, we paid 0.00005555 Bitcoins to the Mastercoin Exodus address. Then we paid the exact same amount to the receiving address. 0.00011110 went to escrow, and 0.0001 went to Bitcoin miners. If we add up all these Bitcoins that went to 4 different places, the total cost for the transaction was 0.000322. So now I need to verify that the Mastercoin transactions went through. I'm going to enter the first address, the address where the Mastercoins were sent to. I'm going to press send. And you can see that the final balance is 0.001 Mastercoins. And I can also paste there the transaction where the Mastercoins was sent from, and now 0.049. So that was a tutorial on how to send Mastercoins with Masterchain.info. For more information, go to masterprotocoleducation.org.